Hey guys, it's your girl here, Deanna from Femme Fitale Fit Club, and today I'm here to discuss with you a very interesting topic: how you can lose weight without exercise. So in our free online fitness accountability group called Femme Fitale Fit Club, someone posted a topic that asked or said, this is how you can lose weight if you are 200 plus pounds. And one of the first things it said was to not exercise. Before I really dive into this article, let me just give a big shout out and big ups to all of the 24,000 members of Femme Fitale Fit Club. You helped grow the club to over 24,000 members. I am so excited. If you would like to be a part of this, definitely click the link below. Join, I'll add you. Ask, and also invite your mama, your friends, your girlfriends, your church friends, your neighbors. It's a girls only group. It's a women's only group. So just only invite women, okay? So with all that said, let's get to the topic at hand. Bottom line, can you lose weight without exercise? Of course you can. Weight is nothing but a simple formula. Gravity times mass. Your mass is your body mass. And your body mass is made up of bone, muscle, fat, tissue, connective tissue, organs, hair, nails, teeth. All of that makes up your mass. And simply put, if you were to, let's say, cut off a limb, you would weigh less, right? So let's get that out of the way. Losing weight is a simple equation, all right? Now, let's move on to what this article tried to say, that you should be able to lose weight if you're 200 plus pounds without exercise. Yes, you can do that. And it goes to say, because I pulled it up here, that they did a study. They had two groups of people, and those that exercised versus the group that just ate right and did not exercise, there was nominal, if any, minor results or difference in their ending weight. So both groups had a modified diet. One group exercised, the other group didn't. They both weighed about the same at the end of the time period. Yeah, okay. But they don't show you any data. They don't show you anything, because honestly, I have a hard time believing that, because calories in, calories out is a basic equation. All right. Now everybody has fluctuations because of hormones and things like that, but calories in, calories out, as long as there's a caloric deficit due to what you're eating as well as your activity, you should be losing weight, at least 3,500 calories a week, or 3,500 calories in a pound. If you have a 3,500 caloric deficit a week, you'll lose at least a pound a week, right? So, but then they go on to say, you can still do things like daily walks and spending time outdoors, but hopping into a strenuous workout routine will lower the chances of long-term success at that size. No joke. If you are 200 plus pounds, I don't recommend you go out and join CrossFit, or you go out and start jumping up and down, because that's too much weight on your joints. You will hurt yourself possibly, especially if you've been sedentary, to just all of a sudden go from 0 to 100. That's not recommended. You could possibly injure yourself. So I would recommend that if you want to start working out and exercising and you're 200 plus pounds, that you do something that's not as weight bearing, like swim, go in the pool, just something to get your heart rate up and to get you active. Walking is an excellent form of exercise that doesn't put too much pressure on your joints, assuming you don't have anything like, arthritis or anything like that. So to say to not exercise, in my opinion, is very careless of this article. So the second thing they say is, do not obsess over calories. They said another vital mistake people make is that size is focusing on calories. Here's why: carrying that amount of weight makes it very likely that the body's hormones are severely damaged. Now, yes, do you have extra, higher levels of estrogen that's helping you store fat? Probably so. Do you have high cortisol, which is created an abdominal fat? Maybe. It depends. Everybody's different. But to say that, don't obsess over calories, I don't say go from eating 5,000 calories a day to 500. That's not safe. But you slowly do want to start reducing the amount of food that you consume, especially if it's not the food that's nourishing, so that your body can slowly adjust and start benefiting from the healthy, nutritious food that you're putting in your body. So if you need to count calories or count your macros to help you stay focused on that, then by all means do so. Obsess? Of course not. But everything in moderation. But I think you do need to become more aware of what you're putting in your body by way of food. So then it says, do not do the small change approach, which in my opinion just contradicts the first two things it said not to do. It kept saying, well, you know, don't exercise because that's too much, you know, don't count calories because that's too much, but now they're saying do the Big Bang. Makes no sense. This article kind of contradicts itself, which has me like, So, but basically they're saying militant diets are more effective than traditional diets. I don't agree, because militant diets typically are so extreme that people cannot possibly stick to them for extended periods of time. And when we talk about losing weight and living a healthy life, we're really talking about a lifestyle. So if you are eating a cabbage soup diet, is that really something that you can sustain for the rest of your life? Probably not. And you're missing some key vital nutrients in the process. So I don't advocate a big bang. I advocate small, incremental, yet consistent changes over time. A modification of your behavior so that you can now begin to adopt a healthier lifestyle and make this part of your life, not just some temporary thing just to lose weight for vanity reasons. Because folks, this is your life. I mean, we're trying to lose weight, not because we're trying to fit into that bathing suit. I mean, that's good too, but you know, this is life or death for some of us. You know, chronic disease is on the rise. Pre-chronic disease is on the rise because we're carrying too much weight. So I say gradual is the way to go, not the big bang. But that's just my opinion. Next up, heal your digestive tract. I agree. The overload of foods has likely damaged the body's gut bacteria, blah, blah, blah. Consume apple cider vinegar and other probiotics. There's probiotic pills, there's probiotics in yogurt. Do what's best for you to, yes, clean out get your, digestive tract working. So the next thing this article talks about is do a month-long carbohydrate detox. So this says, goes hand in hand with hormonal problems the body experiences at this weight, especially with insulin. The chances are the body is insulin resistant at this level, 90% plus. So cut out carbohydrates for this time period to a bare minimum. This is also exactly why the 21-day fat loss challenge, which is their challenge they're promoting, starts out with a carbohydrate detox. The body needs a break from excessive consumption to truly reset. Now, all carbs are not the same. I think this does a lot of discredit to what I call the colorful carbs or the good carbs that your body needs. Now, if you go from 60 to 65% of your daily intake of everything you eat during the day of carbs down to 5%, you will crash, okay? You will have brain fog and you will not be able to function. You will be crabby. And that's because carbs are your body's main source for energy, okay? Now, if they want to say you might want to go on a sugar detox, I'm all for it, because that indeed is what's helping to, raise insulin levels to the point that people's bodies are becoming insulin resistant, okay? Now, granted, all carbs do turn into some form of sugar, but all sugar is not the same. Some are more simple sugars, some are much more complex sugars, which requires your body to work a little bit harder to break it down to digest it. So therefore, your blood sugar level remains like this, not woo when you eat the simple carbs, but they crash like half hour later because everything's consumed and now you're crashing, okay? That's what causes those big fluctuations in insulin, okay? So I really wish they would be a little more careful here about just telling people to just stop eating carbs, because I think carbs have been demonized enough. Carbs are good for you. What are some good complex carbs? Oatmeal, sweet potato, things like that, broccoli, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, pineapples, things like that. Those are actually good carbs, people, okay? Just, everything. Eat everything in moderation. But if you want to cut back on simple carbs, cut back on the white table sugar, cut back on the high fructose corn syrups, cut back on the candy, the cakes, the cookies, the pies. A lot of times simple sugars goes hand in hand with processed foods. So cut back on that and you will be resetting your body. So really you want to focus on a sugar detox, not a carbohydrate detox. And then last but not least, this article promotes drinking lemon water every morning. Now, you know I believe in drinking water every day. It's recommended that women drink 2.2 liters of water a day, which is about 74 ounces, and men drink 3 liters a day. And now granted, you can get water from all over. You can get water from your food, you can get water from tea doesn't have added sugar. You can get water from a lot of different places, but definitely get your water in and drink lemon water in the morning. I drink 16 ounces of water every morning at room temperature because it just gets everything going, and I drink that first thing in the morning before I even brush my teeth. Because it just gets everything going, and that's what you really want. You want to stay hydrated, because when you drink that water, people, it actually helps to curb your appetite, so you're not craving as much. Now, it won't happen overnight. Again, I believe in slow and steady and gradual. It won't happen overnight, but you will see changes. So at the top of this, I said how to lose weight without exercise. In my humble opinion and professional recommendation, I believe you do need some level of activity to accompany your change in diet and change in nutrition, so that you can be the healthiest, strongest you ever. This is about more than just losing weight, people. This is about fighting off chronic conditions, and you can't do that with just food. You have to get your heart rate up. You have to get your blood pumping. You have to get your body moving. Our bodies were meant to move, not meant to sit and lay around. So I hope this video was very helpful for you. If it was, thumbs up, share it, like, subscribe. Also leave a comment below. Let me know what other topics you'd like for me to talk about. Again, please run on over and join us in our free online fitness accountability group on Facebook. We'd love to have you and have you join the conversation. Until next time, I love you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye. Mwah.